Hello, my lovely ChetChatters. Prepositions can be confusing. In fact, I noticed that most of the mistakes that my students make are either in prepositions or in tenses. So today I have for you 25 multiple choice questions. We have a prepositions quiz, and each question is going to identify one common mistake that maybe you're making. Now, you tell me at the end of this video, you tell me what is the score you get out of 25. Leave that for me as a comment below. And if you want more such quizzes on prepositions or on any other topic, then make sure you press that big fat thumbs up. And now let's begin. Question number 1 on your screen. There are 3 sentences. You tell me which of these is correct. Discuss about, discuss something, or discuss on something. Which of these 3 is correct? Tell me quickly, okay? And the correct answer is we need to discuss something. Discuss as a word does not require a preposition. I commonly find my students saying, let's discuss about this topic. No, it is let's discuss this topic. Okay, wonderful. Now we have question number 2 on the screen. Once again, there are 3 sentences. And you tell me which of these is the correct answer. Succeeded in, succeeded at, or succeeded into. And the correct answer is succeeded in. Did you write succeeded at? Okay, hold on. I know you're saying what's wrong with that. Succeeded in and succeeded at are both correct. There's a very subtle difference between the two. And at ChetChat, I want to teach you that subtle difference. I know that you know the big picture. But what is that exact difference between succeeded in something and succeeded at something? Now, if you remember in and at, the difference between in and at, you're in something big and you're at a specific point or a place. And by the way, if you want a refresher on prepositions, then I've recently, a few weeks ago, done a mega video on all the common prepositions and their multiple uses, and I'm going to drop a link for you below. But coming back to succeeded in and succeeded at. You succeed in something big. You succeed in a field, for example, like you succeed in business. You succeed in politics. You succeed at something specific. You succeed at convincing the group to join. You succeeded at winning the game. Okay, now I want you to make sentences with succeeded in and succeeded at and leave them for me as a comment below. And let's move on to question number 3. Once again, there are 3 sentences in front of you. Exercise in night, at night, or on night. Come on, tell me which one is correct. It's exercise at night. We say at night and in the morning. Next question on your screen. Once again, there are 3 sentences and you need to pick the right answer. He married with her last year. He married her last year. He married to her last year. Which one do you think is correct? He married her last year. In this context, married is used without a preposition. We say he married her when we're using the word married as a verb. But we can also use the word married as a relationship status. He is married to her. He is married with 2 children. But saying he married with her or he married to her would be incorrect. Now, by the way, tell me which of these 2 sentences would be correct. It is her marriage tomorrow or it is her wedding tomorrow. And the next question's on your screen already. Again, we have 3 sentences. She is capable of doing her job, capable to doing her job, or capable in doing her job. I hear the third option a lot, and it is a common mistake. But the correct answer is she is capable of doing her job. We say capable of something, not capable to something or in something. And before we move on to question number 6, it's shout out time, and I want to give a shout out to Kanti Ravan for leaving this highly motivating message under my last video. And you know that it is messages like these that keep me going. I read each one of them myself and I try to reply to quite a few of them. So if you want a shout out in my next video, leave me a comment below, tell me your English language journey, and don't forget the hashtag ChetChatters. And now, next question. Here are your 3 sentences. They're going in Italy, they're going to Italy, or they're going on Italy. Now, have you been to Italy? I haven't. But the correct answer is they're going to Italy. When you talk about a place, we say they're going to Italy, they're going to a park. But you also use going in. And you say going in when you're talking about going inside something. She's going in the room. Okay? So going in is also correct. But when you're talking about a place, you would say go to the place. And by the way, try making a sentence with going in and going to. You know what? I have to tell you this, but the best way for you to learn prepositions is to talk more often, to hear more often, and to try to make sentences with those words. When you make sentences, your ear is kind of getting tuned as to what is the right thing and what is the wrong thing, and then it'll just become intuitive for you. Okay, here's the next question and your 3 options. She's waiting for you, she's waiting you, she's waiting to you. And this one is an easy one. You already know the answer. She is waiting for you. I know if there are 25 questions, this would perhaps be the easiest one. But if any one of you made a mistake on this, we say waiting for someone. We don't say waiting someone or waiting to someone or waiting at someone or from someone. Waiting for someone. Okay, question number 8 is a little tricky. There are 3 sentences up on your screen. He apologized for his mistake. He apologized to his mistake. He apologized about his mistake. And this is a very common mistake, so make sure you leave your choices as a comment below. And the right answer is he apologized for his mistake. We use apologize for when you're talking about the reason. He apologized for his tardiness, rudeness, mistake for. Apologize to means you're apologizing to someone. So it is about the person that you are apologizing to. So I apologize to the teacher for my late submission. Now once again, try making sentences with apologize for and apologize to, and it'll become crystal clear to you. Next question, 3 sentences once again on your screen. Good on cooking, good in cooking, good at cooking. Confusing, right? And many of you would say that maybe 2 out of 3 are correct. And you're not exactly wrong, but the correct, absolutely correct answer is she is good at cooking. Now, what is the difference between good at something and good in something? Well, good on is clearly wrong. The confusion is between at and in. And remember the at and in story. You're good in something larger and you're good at something specific. So you're good at cooking, you're good at playing rap music, you're good at solving math puzzles, but you're good in studies, you're good in math, etc. You would say it for a larger field. Once again, try making sentences. But if you're confused and you say, I don't get it, then just say good at. As a default, that is the best option. Next question, once again, 3 sentences on your screen. Responsible of the project, responsible for the project, responsible to the project. Okay, this sounds a bit like the government for the people, of the people, by the people. But out of these, the correct answer is being responsible for a project. You are responsible for something. Now, you can also say responsible to, but that would be to a person. I'm responsible to them for the project. You get it? So it's for something and to someone. Okay, next one is another common mistake. He entered the room, entered into the room, entered in the room. We've heard all 3 of them, right? But enter does not need a preposition. So we would say he entered the room, not entered into the room. Now, Into as a preposition already means from outside to inside, going into something. Enter also means to enter from outside to inside. So enter into would be an overkill. We would just say he entered the room. Question number 12, we have two sentences and you have to choose between them. It gets a little easier, doesn't it? He returned back the book. He returned the book. Now, which one do you think is correct? Tell me below. He returned the book. We don't say returned back like, in email some people say please revert back. No, return already means to come back. Revert already means reply back. We don't need to add the word back to it. So, he returned the book and please revert would be correct. Question number 13, common mistake. He has to cope up with the stress. He has to cope the stress. He has to cope with the stress. Which one is correct? Leave it in the comments below. I'm going to have fun reading this answer. He has to cope with the stress. We don't say cope up with, just cope with, or not cope the stress. Cope with the stress. Okay, we are more than halfway through this quiz and I hope you're doing well on it. Just want to remind you that we have a full, video on prepositions in case you're getting confused. But now we are talking about question number 14, which is out here on your screen. And if you're feeling hungry, she ordered a pizza, she ordered for a pizza, she ordered to a pizza. What do we do with ordering a pizza? Tell me quickly. She ordered a pizza is correct. I know a lot of people who say she ordered for a pizza. You can say she asked for a pizza, but order is already instructing somebody. She ordered a pizza. Next question on your screen, 3 sentences again. He argued with his brother, he argued over his brother, he argued to his brother. Now, which one is correct? He argued with his brother. But you've also heard people say argue over. So what's the difference between argue with and argue over? Argue to is clearly wrong. Now we're just talking about with and over. You argue with someone else. Okay, you're together and the two of you are arguing over something, which means on which subject matter. So you argue with a person, you argue over a topic or a subject. Once again, make sentences, leave them from me in the comments below and I will actually tell you which of your sentences are correct. Fantastico! We have question number 16 on our screen. 3 options. He approached to the manager, approached towards the manager, approached the manager. Which one is correct? He approached the manager. We say approach and we don't use a preposition with it. We don't say approach to or approach towards someone. We approach someone. Okay, question number 17. Once again, there are these 3 beautifully confusing sentences on your screen. He advised to her, he advised her, he advised with her. What happening to advise? By the way, leave me a comment below and tell me the 2 types of advice. This one has an S. Also, I'm going to explain everything to do with the S and you're going to leave me a comment and tell me what will happen if this was C. A-D-V-I-C-E. But coming back to these 3 sentences, which one is the correct answer? He advised her. We don't use the word advise in the verb form when we use it, clue. We don't use it with any preposition. We say he advised her. And the next question is on your screen. We have 3 sentences once again. The committee comprised 10 members, comprised of 10 members, comprised from 10 members. And I'm waiting for your answers. And the correct answer is comprises 10 members or comprised 10 members. Comprise as a word already means made up of. So you don't say comprise of. You say comprises 10 members or comprised 10 members. Next question on your screen are the 3 sentences. Angry with his friend, angry at his friend, angry to his friend. And this one is super confusing, common mistake. Yes, we've seen it everywhere. And the correct answer is angry with his friend. How do we remember this? We did this in a previous question. With means with someone else. You're together with someone else. So you're angry with your friend means it's another person at the other end. You're angry at something. At, remember, was something very specific. So you're angry at a very specific issue. Like you're angry at the delay in the project. You're angry with the project manager, but you're angry at the delay. And once again, make sentences with angry with and angry at and leave them below in the comments section. Your next question is on the screen. The police are investigating the case, investigating into the case, investigating on the case. And tell me which is the correct option. And the right answer is investigating the case. The word investigating does not require a preposition. We don't say investigating into or onto or on the case. The police are investigating the case. Question number 21. 3 sentences are here for you. Can you suggest to me a good book? Can you suggest me a good book? Can you suggest a good book to me? Which one is correct? Tell me quickly. The correct answer is the third one. Can you suggest a good book to me? Now, suggest is used on its own, especially when it's followed by an object. Suggest a good book, suggest a new restaurant, suggest that we leave early. But you can also say suggest to when there is a person that follows the verb. So, suggest a new restaurant to me, suggest a good book to him. So that's the difference. You can try making sentences with suggest and suggest to, and that will completely clarify it for you. Now your next 3 sentences are coming up in front of you. You attack someone, attack upon someone, attack to someone. Which one is correct? Attack someone is correct. Attack or attacked or attacks does not require a preposition. You attack someone, he attacked someone, goes without any to or from or for. Your next 3 commonly confused sentences are up here on the screen. He said to me, he said me, he said at me. Which one is correct? He said to me. I know you're thinking that that was not the correct one, but that is correct. Say is always used with to. You say something to someone. You say to him that you want him to start coming on time. But when you say tell, you don't need the to. You tell him that you want him to be more punctual. And by the way, I'm going to drop a link below to a video on reported speech where I've given you a very, very detailed explanation of the difference between say and tell. But for now, you can remember say to someone and tell someone are both correct. Question number 24. Your 3 sentences are up here on the screen. Keen on learning English, keen to learning English, keen at learning English. By the way, are you keen dash learning English? Either way, tell me what is the correct preposition to use in this sentence. And the correct answer is keen on learning English. Keen on is used when the verb is in the ing form. Keen on learning, keen on cycling. Keen to is used when the verb is in the base form. Keen to learn, keen to cycle. I hope you're keen to learn English. And we are at question number 25. Once again, you've got 3 sentences on your screen. He resembles his father, resembles with his father, resembles to his father. By the way, who do you resemble? I think I resemble my father. And I gave you the answer. He resembles his father. There's no to, from, with, etc. The word resemble does not require a preposition. And that's the end of our 25 commonly confused prepositions, 25 questions. Now I want to know what is your score at the end of all this. And if you want more such videos, press the thumbs up, leave me a comment below, and I'm going to try to reply to each one of you. And happy learning, and see you next Friday.